Hi, and welcome back to Taking the Lead. As you know, I'm Ken Jacobs, and as you also probably know, if you've been here before, we quite often use this platform to talk to industry respected leaders from the PR, marketing, advertising, communication space. But from time to time, I just share my thoughts with you, and that's what we're going to do today. You may remember that during September, we talked about the importance of fiscal best practices. We talked about salary and benefits, overhead profit, the magic ratio of 50, 25, 25. Today we're going to go a little bit deeper and talk about how do you get into those fiscal best practices and those standards. So number one, your billing rates must be competitive. You can easily find that out through your local PR community, through your fellow friends in the agency business, groups like Counselors Academy. You've got to make sure that you're billing high enough. Why? Because if you're managing through the great quit, the great resignation, you're probably paying your people more than you did a little while ago. You may be paying sign-on bonuses or stay bonuses. So you've got to make sure you're competitive. You've got to make sure you're using the appropriate billing rate for each level. Number two, you've got to know the capacity for everyone in your firm. So, even if you were to say, well, there's 52 weeks of the year and there's 40 hours in a week, so we've got, 2080 hours in a year. Well, yes, when you start, but then you've got to take away for vacation, right? People aren't billing when they're on vacation. Then you've got to look at holidays and floating holidays and all of that. Then you've got to take away for sick time or personal time or PTO, whatever you offer. I know many of you are offering unlimited, so you've got to put aside a big chunk for that. And then what's left is usually around 1,700 hours. Usually most employees start with 1,700 hours available to clients. But then you've got to look at utilization rates. There are standards that we have. How much should you, if you're the agency CEO, be billable? And here's a hint, shouldn't be any more than 50% because you need all that time for strategic planning, for visioning, for taking the agency where it's going to go, especially to work on business development, which we've talked about previously. And there are obviously different average ideal utilization rates for CEOs and presidents, for EVPs and SVPs, for VPs, and whatever title level system you use, there are those standards out there. And so when you take each employee's capacity, starting with 1770, give or take, and then you multiply that times the utilization rate, whether it's your rate of 50%, whether it's a lower level employees, maybe 80, 85% utilization, and then on down to 70 or 75%. That shows you your real capacity. That shows you what you really can and should be billing. And you've got to get a handle on that to run a truly profitable agency. So again, last time we talked salary and benefits, we talked overhead, we talked profit, that 50, 25, 25. Today, we talked about having competitive billing rates, knowing the capacity of each of your staffers, and then having the appropriate utilization rates to figure out how much time they really can be spending on client work. Because when you bill that out, that's the fee income that's coming in. And that's the money that pays for the salary and benefits and the overhead and of course profit. So it all ties together. If you'd like to discuss this more with me, please reach out to me, ken@jacobscomm.com, ken@jacobscomm.com. And we'd love to hear from you. And I hope this was helpful. Till next time, keep taking the lead.